Hadley in Hampshire County in Massachusetts. A significant battle in King Philip's War was fought here. And the interesting part is that the people of Hadley actually won this battle. They pushed back, they repelled the Native Americans. Now, this site was also the site of Native American fort. Skeletons have been found on the bluff overlooking the Connecticut River here. And the thought is that those skeletons are actually from that battle. Interesting side note is that dinosaur tracks were dug up by farmer brothers Harlan and Carlton Nash in 1802. And one of the tracks found in 1941 measured 23 feet long. And they are over 200 million years old. This is the place in 1955 where Nash Quarry was created. And many other dinosaur tracks have been found since that time. Today, the dug up dinosaur tracks actually can be found in museums throughout Western New England, if you want to check them out. Now, in South Hadley on State 5, which was settled in 1659, there is a story that a gold bullion was buried in a cave. Now, the pass of Thermopylae, it's spelled Thermopylae, is a colonial-made narrow rock passage through the foot of the Mount Holyoke, which is 990 feet tall. It's right near the Connecticut River. The passage was created by constantly pouring water on that rock, and of course it was taking away the granite, and then it split. Now obviously the settlers would not have to climb over Mount Holyoke anymore. They could go right through it. Titan's Piazza is a volcanic bluff that is found here. It is classified as a world major natural phenomenon, and many fossil footprints you can find there. There is so-called Devil's Football, which is a 300-ton magnetic boulder, and geologists think it was carried by the glaciers from Deerfield or Sunderland. And the legend is that the devil kicked the boulder here from the Devil's Garden at Amherst Notch. So this town was abandoned during King Philip's War and was known as Swampfield at that time. So I don't have to tell you that incredible finds could turn out over there for a diligent treasure hunter. If you enjoyed this program, please subscribe, like it, and share it. If you would like to view the videos before they are published on YouTube, sometimes even a week before, because for treasure hunter, the right information received ahead of time can mean a difference between success and failure, you can click on my Patreon account in the description below. In addition to some extras, you will also receive a full transcript of the videos, but most of all, your support will allow me to continue to do research and post more videos for you. And thank you for your support. Methuen, Massachusetts. Methuen, Massachusetts. Mark and Nathaniel Goriel buried a treasure around Tenney Castle, Tenney Castle. They buried the treasure in the 19th century. Now, what happened is that they courted the same woman, and she rejected both of them. They became hermits, never speaking to each other. However, both of them lived very close to each other. As a matter of fact, they lived on the same hill. And after they died, one of the residents of the town had a dream that a treasure was hidden in the wall of the teeny castle. It was searched, and lo and behold, $20,000 in bonds were found in the cellar in one of the towers. The ruins of this place can be found on Denny Fry's Hill in Essex County, Maynard, Massachusetts. Now, in 1720, in Maynard, a man named Thomas Smith is said to have buried a cache of silver and gold coins north of his house in the woods, right on the Assabet River, Assabet River, Turner's Falls. Turner's Falls is one of the main villages in Montague, Montaque, located on Connecticut River. So a man named Elisha Mack built the first dam on that river here, an ice jam. So in 1936, during severe winter, an ice jam completely swept 3 bridges, including the longest covered wooden bridge in the state. That belonged to the Boston and Maine Railroad. And this is one of the few places where the northern tribes, the southern tribes came here together to fish, trade, worship, socialize. So for that reason alone, this place is an incredible place to explore. But in addition, it is also said that Captain Kidd also buried treasure here. It is exactly, the story goes, that he buried the treasure on Kidd's Island, which is just above French King Rock. Now, his iron chest, it's said to be full of gold and jewels, and that a dead pirate does guard this treasure. And the reason why this particular story is significant, because it is told by Kidd's African cook. Okay, he had an African cook on his ship. Now, why French King Rock? Why is name that way? Not really know, because well, this is where King Philip would sunbake his fish. It's interesting because the fish is called shad. They were caught by the falls. But still, King Philip is a Native American. He's not a French king. So we don't really know why the name was French King Rock. Let's move on to the smallest town in the state of Massachusetts, called Mount Washington, because a lot of things happen here. The southwestern part of the town is called Boston Corner. And why it was named that way? Some say it was because it's the furthest place you could get away from Boston and still be in Massachusetts. Now, the nickname of this place was later changed to a corner of hell. And then again, it was changed in 19th century to Hell's Acres. There is an old superstition here that the ground, is underlaid with minerals and it's always hot. Henceforth, the name Hell's Acres. But it also it is in relation to the number of horse thieves and counterfeiters who use that area as a hideout. Now, at this point, we're talking about pre-revolutionary times. Mohegan tribe was also known to bury large amounts of treasure here in about 17th century. Now, they obtained the treasure by many raids on English settlements in the area. Bish Bash is a Mahican word meaning she's shot. Basha or Mombasha is a Native American that was shot at these falls during Esopus Wars. Esopus Wars were two wars fought between the Dutch settlers and the Esopus tribe of Lenape Indians from New York during the 17th century. Why I talk about this is because this place was a battle site for that war. Certainly worth checking. Allender is a kind of ghost town found here. In 1647, it was the main village area of Mount Washington. The road of this place passes through some thick woods, and it is also said that the gang named Black Grocery Gang buried their treasure right in this vicinity. If you enjoyed this program, please subscribe, like it, and share it. If you would like to view the videos before they are published on YouTube, sometimes even a week before, because for treasure hunter, the right information received ahead of time can mean a difference between success and a failure, you can click on my Patreon account in the description below. In addition to some extras, you will also receive a full transcript of the videos, but most of all, your support will allow me to continue to do research and post more videos for you. And thank you for your support.